UMAR, AHMED, IFL TV, MTK Global, German, the victorious Hopey Price and Dave Coldwell. Very slick tonight, eh?
Yeah, but listen, Johnny did what we expected him to do: be physical, be rough, come in and try and use his man strength, slinging bombs in his weight. Yeah, we knew that's what he was going to try. We knew that's what he was going to try and do. But it was about, I hope he's showing his maturity there for such a young fighter to just ride the storm out, ride it out. When they're up close and there's grappling and physical, you saw that he's a lot stronger than what he looks. He looks like a big long streak of piss. You could just blow over.
So I haven't got an on me.
What a way to describe his fighter.
But that's what he looks like, but it's not what he is. He's a lot stronger. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The sparring that he's getting with Kid Galahad has made such a massive difference for his experience, for his physicality and how he's able to manage those moments. Sparring with Kid Galahad, Lee Wood, Jordan for the smartness and the slickness, and Jordan will be physical with him as well. I'm getting everybody to be physical with him, so then it's not a shock to him. It's all right boxing at this range and everything being under your terms when you've got a 20-meter reach, but when somebody's on your chest and trying to stop you from breathing, how do you cope with that? Well, we've been trying to replicate that in the gym, and we got that tonight, didn't we?
And basically, I'd like to say a big thank you to all them, like Kid Galahad and Jordan and Lee Wood, because them fighters at them sort of levels, you see some of them and they don't want to spar as young kids and sort of pass on the tricks of the trade, and they've been kind enough to do that, and after the sparring, give me advice and that, and we've had very good spars, so a big thanks to them as well.
There's one thing doing that in the gym though. Obviously, this is only your third professional fight. Some fighters might have reacted differently when that happens in the ring.
Yeah.
Bright lights, TV cameras on you, but obviously you pass with flying colours.
I think, like you said, Dave's always talking about how calm and chilled out I am, and that's how really I am. To be fair, I think a lot of young kids with only 2 fights, and especially on getting put on a big event like this, is only 5 fights, so sort of want to come out no matter who they're fighting and gunslinging, trying to look like overly good, and I just come out there and stuck to what Dave said and got on my jab early, and I knew he was going to come and rush, so it was all about me biding the moments and taking my time and showing me that I can box on the inside and back on the outside, obviously, as you've seen before, so I was very happy with it.
Well, I'm not surprised you coped with that well, because I've seen your mentality out in Saudi Arabia. I've seen it this week as well, and you likened it to George Groves yesterday to me.
Yeah, that's, I've always said that George is mentally like the coolest kid I've ever been around and I've ever worked with, and even in the big fights, I remember when he fought Jamie Tegale, just how calm and cool he was in the changing rooms, and I explained that to Hopey about that's who he reminds me of. From Saudi, what went through in Saudi and how he handled all that.
We've got to calm Dave down and change this.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second.
and then tonight, we saw, again, it's a big event. There's no crowd. It's weird. It's strange. But it's got the lighting rigs and everything of Saudi and everything. And there's a lot of pressure on him because you're one of 4 fights. But also there's the fact that Johnny's talking to him in the ring and things like that, and trying to goad him in, trying to get him to slip up and make a mistake. And he didn't. I thought he handled it fantastically.
Okay, so on yesterday, of course, you told me what happened in terms of the fight was agreed at 9-2, and that's why you were kind of exchanging words at the way. And obviously, Hopey was cool as anything yesterday. But yeah, just describe to me when we spoke last night, when we ended the conversation to today. Did you have any anger towards them or no?
No, that's just because you let somebody know you're trying to enforce what's agreed. You're trying to say this is what the deal is, and that's it. Doesn't mean you have to fall out. I've just said, I've just said well done, blah blah blah. I've tried to talk there. I've got no animosity towards them. It's boxing. They're looking after his coach is looking after his fighter. I'm looking after my fighter, and that's all it is. That's boxing. People are always going to bump heads because we care about as fighters, And if you didn't give a shit about your fighter, all right, I'm fair enough. Well, I don't want to be like that, and I'm not like that. And Charlie shows that he's not like that, But you're going to bump heads with people in boxing. But if they choose to hold it against me, then
I don't think they have though.
It is what it is. I'm not bothered. But that's how life is. Some people. I'll have a rouse with Eddie. I'll have an argument with my wife. It don't mean that's it. I'm going to hold it against them. Do you know what I mean? That's how life is. You bump heads. You have a disagreement. You move on. That's it.
Do you think it's been a good experience?
Yeah, it's definitely been a good experience. And like you say, all this happened. this little back and forth happening, that's an experience for me as well. You know, just for when you do
But
get into a big fight.
how were we
and
about
I'm so
it?
chilled
We
out
were
and
just
in the room
laughing
how
about it.
because I think personally everyone knows I'm a super bantamweight. I've literally been on the 9-2 for days. Like I said, a big thanks to me nutritionist Scott Robertson, the best in the business, and Food Fusion for sorting the food out. But it's like, I think really what you see tonight is they thought that the little bit of extra weight, and you're seeing a lot of comments on social media, they thought that's what he was going to do, try and they didn't think I'd be able to handle that, but I showed tonight I can, like you say. But yeah, we'll definitely stick to super bantamweight.
Well, down the line, I feel sorry for any opponent who's trying to get into your head or play mind games with you. It's not going to work with him.
No. It's like I said, behind closed, we're having a laugh about it. You know, I'm letting him beat me at FIFA and things like that, and you know, we're just having a laugh about things. It just because somebody has a disagreement or an argument or whatever, people think that you're walking around the hotel or like, oh, that is. Well, I'm not, and it is what it is.
I think, like you say, outside the ring, you can have any bicker, anything could happen. Like you say, your missus, your family, you could bring up, something could happen. When it comes to fighting, like, you've just got to put all that behind you. So I just concentrate on the boxing. I just don't even look into all that.
Well, I think there was respect at the end anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%. Listen, there was respect for him before the fight, because that's what. If you're not bothered about something, then you'd be like, yeah, whatever. But we know that he's a dangerous kid. We know that he's going to go distance because he's fought Stephen Smith. He's fought at that level.
Against heavier people,
against heavier kids. And this is a 2-0 kid going into it. And so, of course, I'm going to be like, okay, we want to test as fighters, but that doesn't mean that we're not worried as well. You know what I mean? I'm worried against a journeyman that I know that's not going to be throwing a bunch of you because you're worried about a cut, an head clash, or whatever. You always do. That's what you are. You know. Otherwise, you won't be bothered. But yeah.
There he is.
Yeah.
You must be delighted though. First week Jordan, second week Hopey.
Yeah, buzzing. It's been a great fight camp for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's been really good.
All right, Dave, Hopey, well done. I'm sure we'll catch up soon.
Oh, big thank you to all my sponsors as well. Ellis Construction, Red Group Scaffolding, Bennett's Butchers, PhD, General Lee's. Big thank you.
There you go. Bosh, well done.
Thank you.